So recently a big thing happened in the gacha community which could affect Wuthering Waves in the future. As you know, Wuthering Waves have just begun their phase 2 of their update, and honestly everything has been going pretty smoothly so far. But there is one thing that affects pretty much every single gacha game, and that is censorship. Because Wuthering Waves and Kura Games are based in China, meaning that they're going to be under the watchful eye of the Chinese government, who tend to be a little bit more stricter whenever it comes to censorship, and we've seen it in a lot of examples in the past. Now obviously there are a few exceptions to this, like games like Nikke, who are based in Korea, and also a couple of other ones. I can't really think of them at the moment, but again, there are some exceptions, but most of these games are based in China. And well, recently there was an incident with another gacha game, purely based off some censorship laws, which has severely affected these games and could eventually affect Wuthering Waves in the future too. So in this video, we're going to be going through everything you need to know about this situation, how Wuthering Waves can kind of avoid this in the future, and also some previous examples of it happening in the past. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go over to my Twitch where I'm going to be live. Go down to the pinned comment down below or the description, there'll be a link there where you can just go follow, and then you'll get notified as soon as I go live. But let's get back into the video. So recently Snowbreak put out an announcement saying, "Hello adjudicants, here are the detailed adjustment plans mentioned in the October 30th adjustment notice." And this notice was they will complete a hotfix on October 30th to make some adjustments to the game content, which is literally today. This is the day that I'm recording the video. And they say at this time you'll need to restart the game and download the update in order to continue playing. Here are a few adjustments. And then they've listed some adjustments to the game and stuff like that, but they also listed a ton of adjustments to some of the outfits, which if you don't know, recently Snowbreak has been putting out a ton of like new outfits and stuff, which again has been very great for the game because tons of people have been coming back and actually getting them because they are a little bit more on the revealing side, so people just kind of enjoy that kind of stuff. And so obviously, you know, tons of people came over, bought a ton of these skins, and now it actually seems like they're recalling them or giving refunds to players for, you know, actually buying them, which is extremely weird, especially seeing as some of these were literally out just the other day. And while this is a big issue that Snowbreak has had for the past couple of months, is actually battling with, you know, regulatory things in China and them not being able to put out the outfits and the characters that they want, which kind of sucks because again, they are literally being censored purely for the fact that they are based in China. And I think one of the worst things about this as well is that the fact that a lot of the people who did spend money on some of these outfits and models and whatever, they don't get their money back, they literally just get back in-game currency, and obviously you can tell there'll be quite a bit of an issue if they don't make any of the character types or any of the outfit types or whatever that they bought previously, because again, it's going to be censored, so Snowbreak are going to like hold back a little bit, meaning that no one's going to want to buy any of this stuff with the currency that they got returned to them. But which just kind of sucked because that means a lot of people just kind of wasted their money on something like this. But again, I don't think it's entirely Snowbreak's fault. I think it is quite hard to actually refund a lot of money back to them, but it does kind of present an issue for, you know, Snowbreak and also a lot of games. I even put out a tweet saying Snowbreak needs to get their asses out of China to even hope of succeeding, which again I still think is true, because why are these gacha companies based in these areas where they're so restricted, when if you got games like Nikke based in Korea and also other places where they can literally do whatever they want and kind of make whatever they want without being restricted by some kind of regulatory thing. I mean, apart from the obvious, you know, really bad stuff that you could add to a game. Now, I did look into it a little bit more, and I think it is also based on kind of what province you are in China and stuff like that, and also just what kind of deals you have with the Chinese government and how you rate your game as well. I think Snowbreak was rated as a 16+ game. I think it went up to an 18 at one point. I don't really know. But that's the thing. I think China does allow games to go like more uncensored if they do kind of rate it properly, but it does seem like Snowbreak has been rated properly, and it just seems like they've been treated rather unfairly because, as you know, there's been a lot of games out there like Azure Lane who release a ton of skins exactly like this, if not even worse. Now, I can't even show you the even worse ones. This is the, you know, kind of tame ones that they brought out recently, and I'm pretty sure this is mainly down to where Azure Lane is based as a company, and that pretty much gives them a lot more freedom whenever it comes to kind of, you know, making a lot of these more, you know, revealing skins and stuff, which a lot of people will come over to the game for. And it does suck for Snowbreak as well, as I said, that they need to get out for even a hope of succeeding, because again, Snowbreak wasn't doing very good at the start, because let's be real, the game isn't absolutely amazing anything, it's alright, and a lot of people were enticed over there by the skins and the kind of interaction kind of stuff that they've added to the game. And now that like a lot of that has been removed, I think it's kind of removed a lot of the enjoyment for the game for people. And I think that literally being in China will kill their chances of even, you know, hoping to be a successful game, which does suck. Now obviously this isn't a new thing to happen, and this has happened with Genshin Impact. We saw it happen with a couple of the skins. Now these aren't even that bad, and this is why I think this could be a problem for Wuthering Waves in the future. Now I'm unsure on what provinces and what areas all of these games are in, and how, you know, it will make a difference. Maybe Wuthering Waves will be totally fine, and, you know, they won't be affected because they're in a, you know, different kind of area. But as we saw in Genshin Impact, these kind of original character models aren't even that bad, you know? They aren't even terrible, and even they had to kind of censor and cover up the characters even more, even though they weren't, like, you know, I don't really see any problem with any of them. And that's why I think it could be a problem for Wuthering Waves if they do end up in one of these areas, or if they are in one of these areas, because we do have a lot of characters that could be easily censored. Now, obviously, we have characters like Yilin, Shorekeeper, Changli, all of these characters which the Chinese government or whoever is running the kind of regulatory stuff behind it will go after, which again is a big worry for the game, as, you know, maybe we'll see some kind of censorship coming to the game in the future. But to be fair, thinking about it, whenever Genshin Impact, you know, did all of these changes, we haven't actually seen anything since, and also with games like Honkai Star Rail and Zelda Zone Zero, there hasn't been any changes to that too. So maybe Wuthering Waves have kind of like added a like proper age rating and made the proper kind of preparation so that they don't get interfered or anything like that, which it seems like Snowbreak haven't done at all. Because again, they are literally being shut down, or well, not being shut down, but they've been forced to take a lot of stuff down. And Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games haven't really had an issue with this stuff in the past. I'm not sure about Punishing Grey Raven. Maybe there was something that went on in there. Again, if you're in the Punishing Grey Raven community, let me know if any kind of censorship went on. But with Wuthering Waves so far, we actually haven't had anything happen, and it seems like some companies do like to go a lot more safer whenever it comes to, you know, creating their characters and, you know, outfits. Because obviously whenever Snowbreak were making this, they knew that it was going to be a little bit risky and that maybe someone was going to step in. But it definitely seems like they are kind of targeting just this one game, and maybe it is down to regions, maybe it is down to this other stuff, but it does seem like they're kind of going after Snowbreak relentlessly on every single update, whereas you've got games like Azure Lane and other games like that which are still up. So again, it seems like maybe Snowbreak didn't do the proper provisions, and also I think if anything was to happen to Wuthering Waves as well, I think Kuro Games know that their game is supposed to be more global, whereas Snowbreak, they decided to take it down for everyone. They didn't decide to take it down in just China, because that is an option that they do have. They could kind of release all of this stuff for global and let global have it, because again, it's totally fine over there, but then restrict it in China. But I think Snowbreak's stance is that they've released everything simultaneously, so they'll take down everything simultaneously too, which sucks for a lot of us global fans who aren't even affected by any of these laws. But I think that Kuro Games and also some other games will actually kind of get around this by kind of giving you the option or whatever over in global, because that's what Genshin Impact did, and I think that's a very good thing that Genshin Impact and miHoYo did, was actually give you the choice of using it by, you know, making it a skin for the character. And I'm pretty sure over in China, I think you don't have the choice. Maybe that's completely wrong, but it's good to see that you do have the option with that whenever it comes to global. So hopefully Wuthering Waves will follow suit if something was to happen, but that's even if something happens in the first place. I don't want to like kind of doom it or anything like that. I don't think it is going to happen anytime soon. But honestly, it just depends, you know, what kind of area they're in. And also they've done some work for the Chinese National Geographic recently, which I saw was actually state run by, you know, the Chinese government or whatever. So it seems like they are in their good books right now, so I don't think there's actually any issues there. But I don't know, maybe things will change in the future, and maybe things will change with Snowbreak in the future that will kind of develop this stuff even more. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that this is a big issue in the gacha community in general? And do you think it's going to affect Wuthering Waves or not? Honestly, I don't think it is anytime soon, but, you know, I don't really know. It's kind of unpredictable whenever a lot of this stuff happens. So yeah, that's about what I got for this video. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as I said, go over to my Twitch where you can actually catch me live. Go down to the pinned comment or the description below where you'll get notified as soon as I start a stream. So again, I definitely recommend doing that. And also go to Game Starts where you can get 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. They've got a really cool Halloween event going on. I think it's coming up to the, you know, last couple of days. So I definitely recommend going over there, going down to the link below, and you get 10% off by using my code Kazza. But yeah, that's about what I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.